I've never seen so many people sick in the summer. I don't know what's going on.
If you don't follow me, but my face is on your screen, it means two things are happening right now. One, there is a COVID wave, and two, a lot of people are getting sick during a COVID wave and confused why they're sick during a COVID wave and don't think it's COVID during a COVID wave. So let's cover some facts about COVID and COVID waves. One, COVID is not seasonal the same way influenza or RSV are. Influenza and RSV peak in the winter, and they go down to almost zero in the summer. More on that in a second. Whereas, according to NBC Connecticut, why we need to think of COVID-19 as a year-round virus. Science News, why COVID-19 isn't seasonal so far. And CBC Canada, got a summer cold, it could be COVID. Here's why the virus isn't quite seasonal yet. Now, even though the government doesn't record test numbers anymore and they've tried to make the pandemic go away by not measuring it and not talking about it, one source we still have is wastewater. When you are sick with a virus, you poop it out into the sewer system, and this company called Wastewater Scan, they measure sewer locations around the country, and we can see this is the past 3 months. We can see a nice summer wave taking off. Look, the concentration is about 3 times as high now as it was in May. So just in the past 2 months, it's now going pretty much vertical. COVID is not uniform across the country. It is highest in the West Coast, and especially Hawaii has been skyrocketing. So as of a few days ago, in the west region of the country, 1 in 43 people are actively infectious with COVID. The Northeast and North and Midwest are not as high. This might be because it's hotter in the West and South, so more people are clustering together around AC. This is why things like avoiding large concerts or wearing a mask to the concerts is really important. If you go to a concert with thousands of people, there are many, many people with active COVID who are sick at that moment, breathing it out into the air, and COVID is airborne like smoke. You can get sick standing 10 feet or 20 feet away from someone. What really matters is the ventilation. Think about if someone was smoking a cigarette. If you could breathe in their smoke, you could get COVID. Here's a wastewater chart covering the last several years. If you look above my finger at the blue arrow way up there, that's the first Omicron waves. That was winter 2021 into 2022. So that's winter wave, summer wave, winter wave, summer wave, winter wave, summer wave. There are 2 large waves per year, but also notice COVID never hits zero. And I'm going to show you how this is different than influenza and RSV. But yeah, COVID is just always around at maybe a low level, often it's medium, and then it skyrockets. So that's why we say COVID is year-round. It's either bad or very bad. So COVID in the last 3 months, going way up. Influenza going way down, a sixth of what it was in the winter. Usually it's about 0. There is more influenza than normal. This could be bird flu is influenza A. H5N1 is a type of influenza A. But anyway, it's still very, very low. And just to clarify, there's some areas where we're seeing H5N1 in the wastewater. It may be from cow runoff or dairy-related things or animals. We're not really sure yet. Birds pooping in the wastewater, we don't really know. And then RSV is damn near 0, and that's what happens every single summer. So look, we have a winter wave descending. It's going to be 0, and it will pick up back in the winter. So anyway, if you're sick in the summer, yes, there are colds. Yes, there are other things, but COVID is surging. The most likely thing is COVID. Now, most people are not taking COVID tests when they feel sick. I buy tests. I buy the FlowFlex from Target or other retailers have them. $35 for 5 tests. That's $7 per. Yes, that's annoying and expensive. It's not the $12 or $25 they used to cost years ago. But some people are testing as soon as they feel something, and that is too soon to take a test. There was a recent study that found that if you took a test right when you felt symptoms, they were a false negative 92% of the time, meaning someone could have COVID and it would miss it 92% of the time. You need to wait 2 days after symptoms, and that test will catch 30% of your infections. It's still going to miss 70%. Unfortunately, these tests are most effective when levels of COVID rise in your nose and mouth. So you need to take 2 tests probably on day 3 and day 5 of symptoms to really have a chance of catching it on that test, which sucks. But if anyone ever tells you, I tested and it's negative, ask them, what day of symptoms did you test? Because if they did it as soon as they felt something, that's going to be negative almost all the time. If you are sick these days, it's probably COVID. COVID is the most infectious thing out there. It's the most prevalent thing out there for most times of the year, even in the winter. There's more COVID than influenza. There's more COVID than RSV. It's just going to keep being that way, and I think some people are purposely not understanding this information, and other people have not heard it because public health is fucking failing us.